My name is Poonam Agarwal, and with respect to qualification, I have done Masters in Organic Chemistry, then done my MBA in HR, and also completed my Masters in Labor Laws and Labor Welfare from Symbiosis Pune University. Since I've done my MSc in chemistry, I chose to join a chemical company. Started my career with Clariant Chemicals as a management trainee. Spent 13 years with Clariant. Grew up as from management trainee till general manager. And Clariant has given me a lot of good experience, I would say. Company went under mergers, acquisition, diversification, and that gave me a very rich experience in HR and built my foundation as an HR. And then I've decided to move on after 13 years and joined a company called ACG, Associated Capsules Group, and I joined the engineering vertical of ACG and as an HR head. And 3.5 years I've spent with ACG PAM engineering, and then moved within the same organization to ACG Inspection, which was the IT segment of the pharma side, and building pharma solutions for the solutions for the pharma industry. There again, I spent 3 years, so around 7 years, 6.5, 7 years, I was with ACG. And then I moved on and joined an organization called STARK. STARK is a very diversified company into the automobile, food, solar, agro, then design, print electronics, and we had several business verticals. And I was responsible for the entire group as Group CHRO, was reporting to the board of directors, the owners basically. And I spent only 2 years with STARK. It was a fabulous journey in STARK, learned a lot of things. And recently, just 4 months ago, I've joined back the German MNC called BSH, Bosch Siemens Home Appliances. It's a part of Bosch Group. Yeah. And here I'm working as a head of HR, responsible for HR for entire India. And it's again a very good experience for me because it's a different industry altogether. Consumer appliances, it is B2B and D2C. So that's a different experience. So enjoying this role. The scouting for talent has become such a tough job because talents are available in the market, but hiring and picking up on the right talent, which is really important, really going to bring result in the organization, is very tough job. In my previous stint with STARK, I was responsible for building the entire leadership team and must have conducted more than 200 interviews to get the right talent for maybe 12 CXO positions. And it's not an easy job. First of all, you have to be fair with the candidate because you are also representing a brand, and candidates gets an experience about your brand. Plus, at the same time, you have to ensure that the talent you are bringing in or the infusing the talent is the sustainable talent from future growth perspective. First is the interview interaction, gauging, and then the process starts wherein you really have to deep dive to understand not only what is visible, but also get to understand what is not visible, right? About cultural fitness, candidates, value system, uh, how the person behaves, especially I'm talking about leadership here, how the person behaves during crisis, during challenging situation, how the leadership is all about with team, organization, culture. See, after having 20-25 years of experience, it is assumed that you have the core functional skills. What brings the difference is your leadership quality. And that becomes very important to assess from the HR side. So generally, HR or the organization uses various tools, various psychometric tools. So Thomas profiling is very famous, which is DISC. And there are various other tools also which some organization customize as per their need. For example, BSH has customized, which includes the not only just psychometric, but leadership, value assessment, and also the cognitive assessment. not just one tool can give you the right picture, but you have to have multiple tools if the position is really critical. And of course your hiring strategy will change depending on the level of the role, depending on the criticality of the position. So if the position is really critical and at the leadership level, then we have to have multiple tools, which may include the team staffing, which is nothing but then BEI, behavior event interviewing skills. And then it goes to the board presentation case study, and then you have a consolidated picture about the fitment of 2 3 candidates, and the organization decides that who is the most likely fit, who can make the best out of this role, and also will stay in the organization at least 3 to 4 years to bring the result of the initiative what that person or the individual will bring or take on the table. So that's the process we generally follow in the organization. It works with multiple skill assessment or the leadership assessment tools putting together. It helps, and it really it gives you the right perspective. So here I will put a lot of emphasis on the culture of the organization, right? Because how good your strategy is, how good your systems or the processes are, if the culture of the organization is not conducive, then we will not be able to bring business or bring growth in the organization. So if the trade, if you're talking about, I would put everything on the culture, which will include your adaptability, leadership skills, how effectively we communicate, how inclusive is the culture, how do we solve problems, issues, challenges in the organization, how we are providing work and emotional well-being to our employees, how much employees and the associates are engaged with the organization, how much they are ready to put their efforts, not only from their mind but also from their heart, and how much they are loyal to the organization. When I say loyal in not in terms of the number of years of experience or staying in the organization, but putting the ownership of the responsibility and showcasing that it is my responsibility to deliver result without any follow up and any nudges. So that's very very important. So I would say, the if you talk about traits, everything revolves around the culture of the organization and how we bring in the best out of people through collaboration, through providing them growth in the organization, taking care of their holistic well-being, not just financial but also mental. So that's how it works according to me. So I would say the as a one of the leader, and also holding a responsibility of human resource department, I owe a lot. I would not say it is the only HR's responsibility. It is a leadership responsibility put together. But I owe a lot handling both leadership and the HR head's role. So what we can promote through leadership plays a very vital role, because through right policies, right systems, we can definitely promote the culture of innovation, creativity, cross functional teamwork, collaboration. How do we promote integrity, ethics that comes in the values, and how do we promote growth and development of our employees, provide them a growth path within the organization, so that our key talent and the critical talent do not leave the organization just because they are not able to see or visualize themselves in a higher role within the organization. uh, Also talking about the culture, how conducive we are internally to cater to our customer, I'm talking about internal customer needs as well as external customer experiences. and how well we are to cope up with the VUCA word. The every time something or the new challenge you face as an organization, as people's manager, when it comes to new policies, new communication, or the information comes from global because of the impact which is, or the changes which are happening in the global. How do you cope up with the communication? How you channelize the communication in right manner so that people are engaged at the same time, also dedicated and remains with the organization, and just not leave because the organization is facing some turbulence, or they are facing because of the global impact which is happening at this moment. Ensuring we get the best out of employees and our associates. It's very, very important that we ensure their holistic well-being and not just performance, and keep talking about numbers and performance, but also talking about their overall well-being, mental health, their work-life balance, providing them enough flexibility when it comes to working hours, also taking social responsibility, just not within the organization, but also contributing to the society, providing the larger picture to the people. How what we talk about internal is also applicable to the external, and responsibility to the society, whether it is sustainability figures, or the CSR activities and all that. I think a lot of things to do in culture, when it comes to culture, to bring resilience, bring inclusiveness within the organization through various policies, structure, leadership initiatives, etc. I think that's a struggle which each organization is facing, especially techies, I would say. In BSH, of course, we have got a separate segment, which is technology segment. And when we talk about the work-life balance, and there is a great shift which has happened from 100% work from home to 50% work from home, not only in BSH, but also in many organizations. And that's become a talk of the town, that why work from home 50% and why not as per our availability. So I think post corona, things have changed drastically. The definition of loyalty has changed, as I've mentioned before. The definition of what is in it for me has completely undergone a change. People have become very informed, very much aware that there are opportunities available in the market, and I am here to contribute not only to the organization but also to my growth, whether it is financial or my learning or my experience. And there is a lot of awareness which, and I would not say that people have become more self-centric, but they have become more aware that what are the platforms available. And thanks to the digital world, a lot of information is available. Okay, from where, what opportunities are available, which companies are doing what, which companies are growing, which companies are not growing, and then people are well informed to take their calculated decisions. Yeah. And because of this, all these shifts are happening now from the employer side. If you ask me, it is our responsibility to take care of our people so that they stay for a long time. We have to make them aware that how they are contributing to the larger goal, and what is the purpose of their role, how we are appreciating them when during the successes, how we are including them while sharing the rewards, right? That becomes very, very important. At the same time, giving them careers within the organization, because now the threshold is only 2 years, 2.5 years. If you are not taking care of them with respect to their promotion, growth, skill set, or lateral or vertical development or movement, then people will go. People will, especially the youngsters, I'm talking about 28 to 35 age group, they will not going to stay in the organization for a long time. So I would say, the thanks to the awareness, the shift which we are feeling and sensing in the organization, but it is organization's responsibility to gear up, and follow or face the change which is happening, embrace the change, and become more agile and more adaptive through our various, from culture perspective, from the experience perspective, and also from the employee growth perspective.